Here is a finished schematic, drawn, wired, and about to be simulated, running in a free browser tab. No install, no account. If you search for a Tinkercad online circuit simulator, this is the honest comparison. Not a hit piece. Tinkercad by Autodesk is genuinely excellent, and it is completely free. So we will be fair to it. What its breadboard simulator actually does, where it truly shines, and where a free browser tool does a different job faster. Same idea for both. Design a circuit, then check that it works. Let's put them side by side. First, real credit. Tinkercad Circuits is a fantastic tool, and it costs nothing. You get a realistic virtual breadboard. You drop parts on it, wire them like the real thing, then press start and watch the circuit come to life. LEDs light, motors spin, and the simulation behaves like a real bench. It goes further than a schematic ever could. You can write real Arduino code, run a microcontroller, and step through it live. There is a deep component library and a whole gallery of starter projects. For learning electronics, and for Arduino and breadboard prototyping, Tinkercad is one of the best places there is. None of that is in dispute. Now the differences, and these are about fit, not flaws. First, it is built around the breadboard. You place parts on a virtual breadboard rather than drawing a clean schematic first. That is perfect for prototyping. It is a little more than you need when you just want a tidy circuit diagram. Second, it is an Autodesk product. To save your work, you sign in with an Autodesk account. That is completely fair for a free tool. It is one more login when you only want to sketch something quickly. And third, it does a lot. It simulates a whole breadboard and can run microcontroller code. When all you want is a schematic and a fast check on the maths, that power can feel like a heavy tool for a light job. None of this is a criticism. It is exactly what makes Tinkercad great at what it is great at. So here is the other option for the specific job of a schematic plus a quick simulation. It is a free editor that runs in an ordinary browser tab, the one on screen now. No install, no account, no sign up to start. It is schematic first, it routes wires for you, and it can simulate the circuit you draw. Let me show you the same idea, live, and you can judge it against Tinkercad yourself. It is free to open at CircuitDiagramMaker app. This is the editor running in a browser, nothing installed. That already clears the account and install hurdles before we draw a single line. Down the left is the symbol library. You place real component symbols, a source, resistors, an LED, a ground, and draw clean wires between them. No breadboard rows, no wire legs to poke in. Just a schematic. To place one, click the symbol, then click the canvas, and it snaps to the grid. That is the difference in a nutshell. Tinkercad starts you on a breadboard. This starts you on a schematic. And you do not have to start from a blank page either. Here is a real, finished circuit, open straight in the browser. A 12-volt DC power supply, already drawn. Several parts, wired and labeled, ready to work with. Look at the wires. They route pin to pin with clean right angles. And this is the part that saves real time. Drag a component, and every wire connected to it follows. Rearrange the whole board, and the drawing stays tidy. On a breadboard, moving a part means replugging the legs by hand. Here the connections are live, so the layout is yours to reshape and the wiring keeps up. Now the part that makes it a simulator, not just a drawing tool. A real spice engine, right on the schematic. Take a simple voltage divider. Open Simulate, pick DC operating point, and run it. Live node voltages and branch currents appear right on the diagram. 12 volts at the top, 6 volts at the divider, near zero at the return, 600 microamps in the branch. Actual numbers, computed from the circuit you drew. If a connection is wrong, the numbers say so before you ever touch a real wire. A zero where you expected volts is the fastest fault report in electronics. Transient and AC sweep live in the same dialog when you need waveforms over time. Tinkercad simulates a breadboard beautifully. This simulates the schematic itself and puts the answers on the page. And getting the drawing out. Honestly, this is where the free plan draws its own line. PNG export is free, so you can drop the image into a doc or a message right away. On the free plan, it carries a small watermark. The vector formats, SVG, PDF, and DXF for CD, sit on the paid plan. That is the business model, and I would rather tell you than have you find out. You can also share a live link to the schematic so someone else opens it in their own browser. No account on their end either. For most hobby and study work, the free PNG is all you need. So, the honest verdict, and it depends on you, not on which tool is better. If you're learning electronics, wiring on a virtual breadboard, or writing and simulating Arduino code, stay with Tinkercad. It is excellent, it is free, and it will do that job better than anything. But if you specifically want a schematic-style circuit and a fast simulation, without the breadboard, without an account, right in the browser, the free browser tool wins that lane. Real symbols, wires that route themselves, and live spice numbers on the page. Different tools, different jobs. For a quick schematic plus a sim, free and in the browser is hard to beat. So do not take my word for it. Open the editor, drop in a source and 2 resistors, wire them up, and hit simulate. If it hasn't done the schematic job faster than a breadboard within 10 minutes, you have lost nothing. It was free. It is at CircuitDiagramMaker.app. No install, no account. The link is in the description. Subscribe for a new circuit video every week. See you in the next one.